Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play KotOR. So in the last episode here, we discovered the star map, the fourth one. We avenged Trask's demise. You know, the Darth Bandon dude, Mount Apprentice, yeah, that queer, yeah, we killed him. He was the guy who was on the Under Spire that killed Trask. We avenged him, so, you know, no big deal there. And, well, it's a pretty big deal. Okay, I know I said in the next episode I would be, I would go to the Yavin station and duel the guy in Bazak a bunch of times and get a bunch of credits. But I've decided, a thought crossed my mind, we haven't talked to everyone that much, you know? We haven't gotten through all the backstories of each character. And you know, to me they're really important. They start side quests, which are essentially, in my opinion, part of the game. A big part, in my opinion, because they're really cool side quests that they start. And it's experience, and I enjoy it, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk to everyone. So basically this whole episode is just going to be talking to each person on the ship. Till we can't talk to them no more. And if you don't care about that stuff, then just, I guess, skip this episode or something. But if you do, then strap in your seatbelts because it's going to be a long ride. We're going to be talking to everybody up in here. So we'll start with Canderous. What's up, Canderous?
Yeah, what do you want?
You know, this guy's such an asshole. You know what? You know, I'll make this easier.
Your choice.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah, what do you want?
Well, I just want to head on war stories, Naked Man.
I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had.
Oh boy.
Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements.
How barbaric now. What was your story, big boy?
I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with the basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle.
What? I didn't think Mandalorians got afraid.
Every new warrior has to fear to understand how to beat it. You must know that. The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
So you dropped from orbit riding a droid?
The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
Jesus. I want a Basilisk War Droid.
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did.
Oh.
There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
No.
Your choice.
So that was a pretty interesting story. He rode... I'm gonna give him back his armor. He's pretty awesome. He rode a droid. A Basilisk War Droid. He dropped from orbit. That's pretty intense. He had the Mandalorian battle armor, didn't he? Or did I never give that to him? Well, he's gonna have it now. What else can I give? You know, let's suit everybody up real quick. Davix visor, really? Davix visor. Give him this. All right, so I got him with the Genohardian poison blades, though for some odd reason you can't see them. Well, let's see if he has anything more to say.
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
You want another war story, huh?
Yep.
You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, huh?
Oh yeah.
I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
So where'd you fight this time?
We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Why? What happened?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on the side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive, in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something, or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
What? Wait a minute. I could have sworn we talked to him before and he already said some of this stuff. Nah, I don't know. Either way, this is a good part of his story, I remember. So what happened next?
It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise.
Gee.
Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
A ship!
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know?
Nope.
Your choice.
Okay, so yeah, I could have sworn we talked to him before, and yeah, and we totally we talked to him about that. But yeah, good story though. So basically, KotOR's tale of his encounter with an asteroid field in the Outer Rim. But wait, what? Yeah, apparently I do not know what to make of it. Maybe talking to him further will make things clear. Yeah, so apparently he ran into a ship and it went beyond the reaches of the Star Wars galaxy. So it could have been another species from an entirely different galaxy outside the Star Wars galaxy. Which is cray. But let's talk to him again.
Yeah, what do you want?
Any more war stories?
I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you.
Damn.
But I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
Alright, well tell me the story.
For 5 days they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in.
Genius!
Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail.
Genius! Let me guess, you won.
Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
Huh. So you disobeyed your own orders.
This is a chance given to a warrior once or twice in a lifetime. the chance to change the course of history in a single act. Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. Their command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you...
Okay, so next he's going to tell us about the war against, you know, the Mandalorian Wars. Now that's the interesting stuff.
Yeah, what do you want?
More war stories?
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people.
Oh, yeah.
We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We razed whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
What do you mean?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
That's pretty horrible. That's pretty fucking ruthless, man. Jeez. Yeah, you could have found another way, you monster.
I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
Later?
Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
No.
Your choice.
Alright, let's take a break from Candace. We'll talk to him in a bit. But, yeah, so... he was a brutal bastard. Jesus. Killed innocent people. Well, whatever. Let's talk to HK-47.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Yeah, what's up, asshole? Haven't talked to you in a while. Tell me more about your functionality.
Statement. I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all.
Tell me what you can, then.
Observation. I am sure you are aware of the majority of my skills, Master. I can handle various sorts of heavy weaponry with ease. My physical abilities are well above those of your average meatbag, as are my sensor functions. An assassin, if you would.
An assassin?
Caution, shh, Master. Such a function in a droid is highly illegal.
I won't tell anyone.
Commentary. Good, for I would truly hate to be turned into spare scrap, Master. That would be a waste of my genius engineering. Answer. My assassination functions are currently non-functional, having been deactivated by the meatbag Yukalaka on Tatooine. Were they functional, you as my master would be able to specify a target, and I would operate independently to the best of my ability to terminate it.
That's pretty fucking sick. Well, has that function been used? Is there any way to reactivate that function?
Answer. Not that I know of, Master. I still possess all my normal combat and stealth abilities, however.
Okay, that'll be all.
As you desire, Master. Signing off.
There's not much to really talk about with HK. He just says funny things in comment when you take him on missions. He's great. He's great. I gotta take him on more missions. Speaking of mission, actually, I'm pretty sure we can't say much more to mission. After the brother thing, that's pretty much it with her story. Let's just check though.
Hey there.
I'll talk to you about your brother?
I've made my peace with Griff and what he means to me. If he ever shows up, so
Yeah,
is
right. Yeah, that's it then.
there? Okay.
And you could practice Pazak with her, but yeah, no. I'm gonna get enough of that when I have to duel that guy off screen. And there's nothing more to really talk about with Zalbar. Yeah, make me a grenade, boy. Okay, fine. Have anything to say for yourself? Oh, you're welcome. Well, I'm sorry that we couldn't stay on Kashyyyk longer. Okay. Alright, let's talk to Juhani.
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before, in the Grove. It was wrong of me.
Oh, so long ago. Don't sweat it.
I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes, and in my own.
Don't worry, Juhani. I forgive you. It's fine.
Thank you. It is most reassuring to know that you can forgive me, even though I tried to take your life. I can only hope that, in our time journeying together, I will succeed.
Of course. Alright, let's talk to Karth and Bastila. Yeah, what are these bums up to? What's up, bums?
Yes, what's on your mind?
Yeah, tell me why exactly you want revenge on Saul so badly. That is true. Why does he want to revenge, I mean. So,
I already told you, he betrayed us all.
yeah, but there seems to be more to it than just that, Karth, come on.
Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it.
Oh, I asked it, and I want to hear it, boy. I'm talking to everybody on his ship.
It's just that I don't talk about it very much, okay? I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its surrender. The planet refused, and Saul proceeded to devastate its entire surface. Millions died. I had a wife and a son on Telos. I thought they would be safe there, but my task force arrived too late to be of much help. We didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember holding my wife and screaming for the medics, but they didn't come in time.
Oh my god. It's terrible. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Of course not, how could you? I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. Hunting Saul was my only purpose. I miss them. And I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make me happy again, but I have to do it. I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. I have to. It's all I have left.
Well, this is where all your anger comes from. I didn't mean to pry, man, sorry.
No, it's all right, I don't mind. You deserve some kind of, explanation.
So, what happened to your son? You didn't say.
His name was Dustle, and I don't know what happened to him. The colony was a complete ruin, and we never found any trace of him. I made inquiries and followed the reports from Telos for years, but I stopped. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Let's continue with what we were doing.
Damn, man. Some intense shit with Karth that we just found out. I hope most of you guys are still watching, whoever. Yeah, that's important. In case some people did take my advice and skip the episode, I will mention it again, I guess, in the next one, just in case, because that's important right there. Poor Karth, man, no wonder he's so emo. Alright, Bastila!
How can I help?
Okay, I'd like to talk about what you said before, and giving in to your emotions.
Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here, not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I've failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I'm no master. You should have remained with the Council.
Oh, no, I disagree. You're fine.
Perhaps you're not being truly objective then. There's no need to spare my feelings on this point. The fact of the matter is I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly.
So, what now?
I don't know. I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough.
Well, maybe we could help each other.
That's a kinder response than I deserve. And I can see there is wisdom in your words. You continue to be there for me, don't you? Even after I keep pushing you away, you're still around when I need you most. You're like no man I've known before.
Oh, yeah.
And you're nothing like what I expected you to be after the Council sent us on this mission together.
We're made for each other, Bastila. You have to see it.
I need time to think about all this. They're not going as I thought they would. We should continue on with our mission for now.
Damn, things are getting hot between me and Bastila. Alright, Karth, got anything else to say?
Yes, what's on your mind?
Nope.
You got it.
I guess Karth's, that's all for Karth. Wait a minute. It's incompleted! Damn, yeah, you've learned that Karth's wife and son were lost when Saul Kareth led the Sith fleet against Karth's home world and destroyed it, yeah. Damn, that's another quest we started way back on Terrace and finally finished. I'll talk to Juhani again.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering, of course, if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me about your past some more.
Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating.
Invigorating?
They were so very alive, so full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic.
In zeal? Tragic how?
Well, yes. These Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting, but to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods.
Damn straight, I do look divine.
I can only assume that that was some misguided attempt at humor. I was using poetic license. But those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long.
What happened?
The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations.
Well, all species are capable of intolerance.
Yes, but humans seem the most pervasive,
Oh.
the most consistent.
Racist.
They took their frustrations and hates out on us
Speciesist.
because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no, but I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that.
Well, as long as you do not let your anger influence you.
Don't you see? The very fact I mentioned it means it has its influence. Anger can lead to the dark side, and I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem. But let us not speak more of this now. We should continue on our journey. Perhaps later we will talk again.
Alright, perhaps later indeed. So yeah, she's had some troubles, with her living on life, being a slave, I guess, kinda, or just being oppressed by humans. Seems like she has a little bit of a problem with humans, I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, let's talk to Candace again.
Yeah, what do you want?
Stop being a bitch, nigga. Tell me more about the Mandalorian Wars.
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us.
He makes it sound like it's real difficult. Like, being tactical is not difficult at all. Like, It's like basic common sense with battle. Like, come on, it's not that hard. Any old jockey could have swooped up there and did it, right? I don't know, whatever. I guess Revan was a mastermind. Who knows? It just doesn't seem like it's that hard to me. If Revan had not stopped you, someone else would have.
There was no one else. The entire Republic had committed its forces behind Revan. The Sith had retreated back to their empire, and there were none else strong enough to challenge us. It looked like the entire galaxy was within our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
Malachor 5. Sorry. What you eventually lost, of course.
Yeah, we lost. But there is no shame in it. We lost to the greatest single warrior the Republic has ever known. It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Why didn't you retreat?
It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you want to know?
Nope.
Your choice.
Wow, so Revan really stomped him, huh? That guy must have been a boss. Probably a really handsome, sexy boss. You know, he was probably pretty hot. So anyway, I'm just kidding. Anyway, enough being weird. Let's talk to Johnny.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
Listen, I think I proved myself. I'm more than a Padawan now, but whatever. Wondering if you could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Are you doing all right?
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
Why? What is wrong?
I have been thinking about myself, about KotOR, and about my fall to the dark side.
Oh dear.
I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it.
She said a bad word. Well, perhaps you just need more time.
More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the Council agreed to send me with you. They think, perhaps, that in your company, I will be able to free myself from it.
Well, I cannot afford to look after you all the time, Juhani.
I do not come here begging for scraps from you. I will earn my way with you. You will see just how valuable I am.
Damn. Huh. She's getting a little feisty with us. Let's talk to Bastila again. Hey there, sexy.
How can I help?
Never mind.
Then I suggest we move on.
Well, Juhani then.
How may I be of assistance? What is it?
What are you thinking about?
I have been thinking much about our journey, and I am grateful and honored that you have accepted me with you. I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is nearly a stranger to me. We KotOR do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Dantooine I remained alone. Not ostracized exactly, but separate.
Alright, well, you should feel right at home. That's so horrible. Well, how are things different now?
Well, even if we do not speak that often, or are apart, I still feel a part of a team, this group you have assembled that accompanies you and Bastila on your quest. It is warming. I feel almost welcome. needed. You seem to be very decisive when it is required of you. It is reassuring to know that I can count on someone like you.
Well, it's only because I haven't found out how to ditch you yet.
What? But I thought... It seems I was mistaken. As it is the Council's wishes, I will accompany you. I will do my duty and trust that you will do yours.
I was kidding, no.
How may I be of assistance? What is it? Of course.
I was just joking. I thought it was like a first option. Usually first options are light side, so I figured it was just a joke and whatever. Whatever, I guess we're done talking to her now.
Yeah, what do you want?
Any more Mandalorian war stories?
The war we had with the Republic was supposed to be the most glorious battle in our history.
Oh yeah.
But it was a very costly one. I guess we didn't think of how much we could lose in it.
Well, how much did you lose?
There weren't many of us after that last battle. Mandalore himself was killed at the hands of the Jedi Revan.
God.
The best of us could not defeat him. After that last battle, those of us that survived were stripped of our weapons, our armor, and our basilisks. Revan's forces destroyed them while we were forced to watch. Those who hadn't fled earlier were left with nothing to call their own. No weapons, no armor, only the honor of having fought in the battle we just lost. For many, this was not enough. While the rest of us were sent into exile on the Outer Rim, they tried to relive the old days, raiding worlds. They're nothing more than bandits now.
True, we slaughtered many of them. Well, and you eventually came to Terrace.
Yeah, I came to Terrace. And forcing for Davik was not stimulating. The gangs on Terrace and Davik's rivals were trash. They give no thrill in battle, no honor or glory in defeating them. It was like stepping on bugs. I sought worthy challenges, but the best that Terrace could offer were nothing to me. But I think now, with you, I may finally find opponents worth fighting.
I am honored.
Maybe later I'll tell you more about what it was like to work for Davik. For now, though, we should get on with our lives. Is this your...
Well, tell me what it's like. Tell me what it's like.
Yeah, what do you...
Oh no, that's it.
Your choice.
Well, that's it, guys. I guess we've talked out everybody. I'm gonna try and talk to Bass a little more time. I don't know why she usually I can talk to her again right away about stuffs, but
How can I help?
nope.
Then I suggest we move on.
Oh well. That's it, guys, for this episode. I told you it wouldn't be that long. Just us talking to people. So in the next episode, I'm probably gonna head over to the place and start doing Pazak, and you know what? I won't show you guys. That'll be off screen. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Peace out, people.